We've made it to week 2 of the final drive. Actually, I'm going to be honest for a second. We almost didn't make it in time from our games, but we had some good ones tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Zach. We're bringing you 5 games from across our viewing area, and we're going to start with how we always do with our game of the week.
Yeah, how about this for a week 2 matchup? Number 1 in Division 1 Mukwonago taking on number 2 in Division 2 Prairie East. Now, there is some recent history between these two programs. Remember, last year in the Level 4 playoffs, the Cardinals took down the Indians to go to state. This year, both entered tonight undefeated. Indians were up 24 in the first quarter. Cardinals cut it to 10, and then Win Stang answered. He shoots up the middle to take it to the house for the 4th time to give Muskego a 17-point lead in the 3rd. Prairie East would answer right back. Cortez LeGrant bounces to the outside, then turns on the afterburners. That run cuts the lead down to 10. They'd actually cut it to 7 in the 4th. That's the closest they get, though. Prairie East falls in a thriller, 55-45.
Waunakee still sitting pretty atop Division 2, coming off a high-scoring season opener with DeForest. Now, the Warriors picked up a win on the road during that Week 1 battle, and now they look to carry that momentum into their home opener with out-of-conference opponent Middleton. Now, defense is the name of this game. It's 3-0 Waunakee at the start of the 2nd quarter, while the Cardinals trying to find their way onto the board. Trey Suttle helps them get a little bit closer. He muscles his way to the 1-yard line, and Gabe Piscini finishes the job with a keeper. Middleton takes a 7-3 lead. Well, that instantly lights a fire within Waunakee's offense. The Warriors moving the chains. They're able to cap off this drive with a beauty of a pass from Garrett Lenzendorf to Rob Booker. Waunakee reclaims the lead. Now, it's a close one, but the Warriors stay undefeated, 17-14 the final. And for the 2nd year in a row, Verona will face off with Oshkosh West for a Week 2 matchup. And this season, the Wildcats get some much-needed home field advantage. As seen last week, it didn't go according to plan. Now, both these teams hunting their first win of the season. We picked this one up at halftime where Verona leads 14-0, and they are quick to add to it. Less than a minute into the 3rd quarter, Wildcats QB Caden Kilson takes it in himself, and Verona extends the lead 20-0. And it's not just the offense getting the job done tonight. Defense making it difficult for Oshkosh to put anything up. Verona not only gets its first win of the year in front of its home crowd, but it's a shutout, 27-0. While the Wests taking on each other tonight, Prairie West stays undefeated, beating Madison West 39-10. And a top 10 battle, Mount Horeb Barneveld and Monroe squaring off. Monroe with a huge win, 40-19 the final. Now, Reedsburg hosting Sauk Prairie. They defend home field, winning 35-14. Well, Kimberly does the same. They blank DeForest 49-0.
The Capital Conference, top to bottom, might be the most competitive league in our viewing area. You've got Columbus, Lakeside Lutheran, Lodi, Bigfoot, Lake Mills, and new member Edgewood. Luckily for the Crusaders, conference play starts next Friday. Edgewood hosting Prairie to Chien in Week 2, and this was all Crusaders from the start. Ben Hansen lofts one up for Matt Garcia, who mosses a dude in the end zone. That tutty makes it 14-0 Wood. Now they get the ball back and introduce the Blackhawks to their rushing attack. Abe Thompson, the lightning of the Crusader running backs. He gets it down to the 1, and the Thunder would take it from there. Mark Herring bulls his way in, and Edgewood moves to 2-0 with a 47-13 win. Other scores from around that league, Columbus looks to be a wagon again. The Cardinals fly by River Valley with a 55-0 win. And Lodi takes down McFarland 45-38 for win number 2 on the year. Both Marshall and Blackhawk Warren breeze through their Week 1s, putting over 40 points in convincing wins. Now to the Week 2 face-off against each other in a rematch of last year's Week 2. The Cardinals won that meeting by 14 in South Wayne. No score in the first until Lucas Mills gets loose. He breaks not 1 but 2 tackles and then stiff arms his way to the end zone. Mills paying the bills for the Warriors. Blackhawk Warren goes up 8-0. Same score in the 2nd, and Reed McNutt plays a little hide and seek with the camera. There he is, and there he goes. McNutt makes a house call, 78 yards to the promised land, as Blackhawk Warren goes on to win 32-0. Lancaster and Belleville both got win number 2 tonight. The Flying Arrows topped Cuba City 42-0, while the Wildcats beat New Glarus Monticello to take home bragging rights in their rivalry game. And Potosi Castle and Broadhead Judah also moved to 2-0 on the year.